The 2021 NASCAR season has come to a close, and I will say, this season is definitely going to be one to remember for a very long time to come. There's been a lot of great moments this season, and with all the changes, it made things even better. There was so much hype going into this season, really, and I think this season's practically lived up to its expectations. We had new teams coming, new tracks on the schedule. There were a lot of changes, and a lot more is coming. 2021, with the checker flag falling at Phoenix, pretty much signaled the end of an era in NASCAR. The end of the Gen 6 car. A car that debuted in 2013 when I was a sophomore in high school. The first race ironically being won by a Hendrick car, a blue Hendrick car, Jimmy Johnson. And the final Gen 6 race was won by a blue Hendrick car, Kyle Larson. Both those drivers I just named also went on to win the championships in both those respective seasons, with Johnson getting his 6th title in 2013 and Larson getting his 1st this year in 2021. But with that being said, you know what that means when we get to the end of the season? That's right, time to react to predictions. So here's the deal. My friend MotorsportFan17 is going to be reacting to my predictions, and I'm going to be reacting to his predictions. When his video comes out, I'll leave a link to the video down in the description below. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see how Motorsport Fan did. So for your first prediction, you had 5 predictions in one, and it was the Daytona 500 Speed Weeks. You predicted the Daytona 500 pole would go to Bubba Wallace, but instead that went to Alex Bowman because Hendrick is definitely fast in qualifying when it comes to Daytona. They've had a car stand on the front row for the 500 every year since 2015. To put that into perspective, that was Jeff Gordon's final season. You predicted Chase Elliott to win the Clash. Well, he came really close, but here's what happened instead.
Elliott inside the chicane.
Whoa, 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 hey.
And it's a drag race to the line. Kyle Busch is going to steal the Busch Clash.
Thanks to that, Kyle Busch ended up taking the glory in the Clash. In trucks, you had Ryan Truex winning the season opener, but instead that was Louisville, Kentucky's Ben Rhodes. In Xfinity, you picked Jeb Burton to win, although he would go on to win at Talladega just a couple months later. Instead, that went to Austin Cindric, the defending champion. And for the Daytona 500, I don't remember, but I think you and I might have had Denny Hamlin winning this. And it seemed like it was going to happen for a little bit, but chaos ensured, and Michael McDowell ended up winning the Daytona 500 instead. So for your second prediction, you said this was your more biased prediction, that Chris Buescher will get 4 top 5s, and one of those could be a win with the Geico 500 at Talladega. Going into Phoenix, Buescher had 1 top 5 and 8 top 10s, so he's almost on par with last season in 2020, though he did win a couple of stages. As you know, Homestead, he looked like he had the best car in the first stage, and then there were a couple other instances where he was able to sneak out a stage win as well, and it looks like he finished higher in the standings than he did in 2020. Keep an eye out for him next season, especially with the addition of Brad Keselowski being his teammate. I think suddenly the team could get a lot better around him. We'll wait and see. Another prediction you had for this was the Rick Ware number 17 in the Xfinity Series would get 3 top 10s. However, they were just too short, as the team's lone top 10 finish of the season came at Circuit of the Americas with a 7th place finish from Cole Custer.
Another one. Is that the 19?
Yep.
Wow.
Your third prediction involved the Bristol Dirt Race, one of the most hyped up races of the 2021 season. You had Stuart Friesen winning the truck race, which seemed like a really good pick. Instead, the race was won by Martin Truex Jr.? Who would have expected that? I don't think he's ever even raced on dirt before this race. That's, wow, really impressive. So in Cup, you had either guys like Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, and even Ryan Newman as possible candidates to win. In a race that felt like kind of a fuster-cluck, Joey Logano ended up winning this race instead, which shockingly enough, this was his only win of the season. So your fourth prediction involved the new teams. You talked about how teams would struggle, could pull off top 5s, maybe some top 10s, or if we wanted to stretch it, one of them could get a win. Well, I'm going to give you this one because Bubba Wallace did win the fall Talladega race, and Daniel Suarez also put together some good results for Trackhouse as well. As a matter of fact, I'll go back to the Bristol Dirt Race. He looked like one of the best dirt racers out there that day. Very impressive. Prediction 5, ending 2 winless streaks for 2 sponsors, Hooters and McDonald's. Well, you're going to be loving this. McDonald's broke their curse with Bubba's win at Talladega. So hey, you called it. And it's been a losing streak that has gone on since 1994. Hooters came close. Unfortunately though, Hooters will have to wait another year to return to victory lane. But hey, we still get those free fried pickles if Chase gets a top 10, so not all is bad. And I do love fried pickles. Yo, comment down below if any of y'all like fried pickles. Prediction number 6, the Truck Series at Knoxville. There were a fair share of dirt ringers in which you predicted that there would be a first-time winner with there being a dirt ringer. There were guys like Parker Price Miller and Donnie Schatz, among others, in this race. However, this race was an absolute shit show, and the race was won by Austin Hill. Despite some drivers not being big fans of going to Knoxville, the Truck Series will return there in 2022.
Now, Bobby, I don't condone street racing, but that darn Fujiwara kid needs to be taught a lesson.
You predicted first-time winners in the Cup Series for your 7th prediction. You predicted Max Benedetto. Tyler Reddick, although he came close a few times. Christopher Bell, who won the Daytona road course race. And you said Chase Briscoe would win 2 races. Even though Briscoe did pick up Rookie of the Year, unfortunately he didn't live up to those expectations. But then again, I think Stewart-Haas Racing as a whole just struggled across the board this year. I mean, even Kevin Harvick, which he still did well, and he showed really good runs in the playoffs, but still, he didn't win, and he got his first winless season since 2009, which I can't help but be concerned about Stewart-Haas Racing. Who knows, maybe in a couple years or with the next-gen car, things could get better. Right now, it's amazing how the team's struggling. Other potential first-time winners, you had Ross Chastain, who got a 2nd place finish at Nashville. Bubba Wallace, as I mentioned earlier, he won. Daniel Suarez, although he put together some good results. And you even had Michael McDowell. Interesting if you picked him. He is a good road racer, and with there being more road court, oh my god, he won the Daytona 500. Prediction number 8, first-time Xfinity winners. You had the following: Ryan Sieg, unfortunately he did not come close. Daniel Hemrick. At long last, Daniel Hemrick has not only won a race, but he's won a championship. I think that's the best way to get your first win. Don't you think? You also had Jeb Burton, who won at Talladega, and Myart Slider won at Homestead as well. Other drivers you had that did not get their first wins were Greg Gaulding, Austin Hill, Timmy Hill, Brett Moffitt, and Alex LeBay. Other things to note, however, Ty Gibbs, Josh Berry, and Brandon Brown all got their first career wins in 2021 as well. And I swear to God, if I hear "Let's go Brandon" one more goddamn time. Okay, prediction number 9, first-time truck winners. You had Derek Kraus, who did not get his first win. Chandler Smith, he won at Bristol and the season finale at Phoenix. Tanner Gray, yikes. Ryan Truex, unfortunately that didn't come true. Brett Holmes, and Hailie Deegan. I do feel like though some of these drivers could be held back by the fact that there is no practice in qualifying, especially for Hailie Deegan. We'll see how she does next year when all that returns. Prediction number 10. 2 drivers that will shine in the Xfinity Series in 2021. You named Harrison Burton and Noah Gragson. Shockingly enough, Harrison Burton did not win in 2021, and I thought he would win a lot. But he still had an okay season, still did decent, but for him not to win a race is kind of a letdown. He will head up to the Cup Series, replacing Matt DiBenedetto in 2022. As for Noah Gragson, it was almost the same deal for him, except he broke out when he needed to. He won a few races that got him ultimately to the championship 4. And the other guy you mentioned was Austin Cindric. Spindrick definitely had a good season and will have some big shoes to fill next season in the number 2 for Team Penske. Prediction number 11, your Truck Series Championship 4, Sheldon Creed, Zane Smith, Austin Hill, and John Hunter Nemechek. You got 2 out of 4 on this one, as ultimately Ben Rhodes ended up taking the championship. For your 12th prediction, you also had for the Xfinity Championship 4, Justin Allgaier, Noah Gragson, Austin Cindric, and Harrison Burton. Once again, you scored 2 out of 4 with Gragson and Cindric. Prediction number 13. For your Cup Championship 4, you had Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin. you were right on the dot with this one. You were 3 out of 4, but it was shocking that Kevin Harvick didn't win it all this season. Speaking of Kyle Larson, your 14 prediction was involving him. You predicted at least 4 wins in the Championship 4. Hey, you did way better than me on this prediction. I don't know what the heck I was on when I said he was going to struggle at first and pick up a win. I was an idiot, I won't lie, and I'm glad I was proven wrong. Not only did he win 4 races, he won 10 of them, and the championship itself. Trust me, he's going to win many more before he's said and done. Prediction number 15. You had the following for your Truck Series playoffs. Hailie Deegan, Sheldon Creed, John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, Derek Kraus, Zane Smith, Tyler Ankrum, Matt Crafton, and Ben Rhodes. You got 8 out of 10 here as Deegan and Kraus did not make the playoffs. Your 16th prediction. You had the following for the Xfinity playoffs, and I think the two of us might have been the same again. We got 11 out of 12. And if I'm correct, you even said yourself that you got 11 out of 12 for the past couple of seasons. Well, that's a three-peat. You had Michael Annett, Myatt Snyder, Justin Allgaier, Noah Gregson, pretty much everyone except for one, Ryan Sieg. Ryan Sieg did not make the playoffs. Alright, Cup Series playoffs. Here we go. Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Matt DiBenedetto, Joey Logano, William Byron, and Alex Bowman. And you got 13 out of 16. Predictions are hard to do. They always are. But they're still fun because you can either look back and go, hey, I called that, or you can look back on it and go, wow, I was an idiot. More so the latter from me. But anyway, once again, it's fun reacting to your predictions, Motorsport fan, and we'll definitely have to do it again a year from now in 2022. Looking forward to next season. And with that, that wraps up this year's prediction reactions. Again, I will leave a link in the description down below to Motorsports Fan reacting to my predictions, and you'll get to see how much of an idiot I was. And of course, you can always look back on the predictions video I made at the start of the season. I will definitely do another one for the 2022 season. I do have video ideas as well that I want to make during the off season. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember one thing, Ritsu loves sushi.